All right, this is the French Broad downstream, flows north, and this is the AT. It goes right on the bridge, goes right down Main Street in Hot Springs. Here's a view up the river. Just a beautiful, beautiful place. Busy and lots of stuff to do here. All right, it's March 10th and about to leave our motel room. Kelly and I stayed at the Iron Horse Tavern and Inn in Hot Springs. We've had a real nice zero with Kurt and Jay-Zine, and really nice couple. We've been having fun with them. But it's a rainy, cold morning. We knew it was coming. Hopefully the rain stops early today. We get a decent day to hike tomorrow. Sunday, Monday, possibly Tuesday look absolutely horrible. So we're trying to plan a shelter strategy where we get shelters at night and then maybe a hostel one night off trail. If we make good time, we can get to a hostel for an overnighter. So anyway, it's just one of those dicey times of weather where you sit in a motel or you try to make some miles in the rain, and we've got rain gear. It's just unpleasant, but you try to push through it. So anyway, leaving Hot Springs.
It's only for my own document.
So y'all been doing this for about a year now, or two?
A little over a year. Yeah, we started the end of March last year.
Okay.
Probably a little earlier this year.
So this is the cookie lady and her husband.
The Southern Cookie Lady.
The Southern Cookie Lady. Okay.
The Northern Cookie Lady up in Massachusetts.
Oh, really?
So,
Oh, nice, nice.
I think she's Cookie Lady 2.0.
Okay. You're the original.
No, she is.
Oh,
She is.
okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, she's
Well,
apparently was a cookie lady that, well, they've been telling me, a cookie lady that had done it for years.
Yeah.
And then she passed on or something, so one of the requirements for the people that bought the place was they had to continue the cookie lady.
Oh, that's great. That's
so,
great.
I don't know if she's related to the original cookie lady or not.
Yeah.
But she's Cookie Lady 2.0.
Well, this is awesome.
Yeah,
So
your
they're.
girl christened me last year Southern Cookie Lady.
Oh, perfect, perfect. So they're just right off the trail. They're offering free cookies and water at a spot where we really need water. So and cookies and we a trash can, which is always welcome from hikers. So thank you guys very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
All right, hadn't videoed much today. It was I got that cool video of the cookie lady. That was fun, but the morning was cold and rainy, and we just hiked through it. Afternoon, you can see the sun's come out. It's gonna be cold tonight and windy, but it's not supposed to rain. There might be some snow because it's gonna be in the 20s, but I don't. They're not predicting much, I don't think. And tomorrow's supposed to be okay. Cold and probably windy, but not rainy. And then Sunday, Monday gets real dicey. Lots of rain, and we'll just have to see what we do. Good day today. I'm almost to the shelter. Big climb at the end of the day. We're doing half of it to the shelter, and then the other half in the morning. I think we'll still have another 1,200 feet to climb in the morning. So, you know, these ridiculously big climbs that you have to do constantly. Somebody told us the other day that when you've hiked the Appalachian Trail, you've done the equivalent of climbing Mount Everest 16 times. That's how many ascents and descents there are on this trail. So it's I believe it. It's constant all day, every day. Anyway, glad to end with a little bit of sunshine. All right, it's Saturday, March 11th. Cold weather's back. Before frost, light snow flurries. Heading toward Flint Shelter. About 14 miles a day. Stayed in shelter last night. It was nice and dry, no ice. Some good deals to say with Blackbeard and Serendipity. Two real nice people. Kurt and Jay-Z tented it out. Sunday, tomorrow we'll get up and hike out probably in the rain. But 28 this morning, windy, really cold. And but we've got reservations at Nature's Inn Hostel for Sunday night, so I'll go in there wet and be able to dry out and all that. So got that taken care of. So feel good about that. Anyway, cold hiking day today, cold and windy. So I thought I'd do a quick video of the woods with the hoarfrost. A little more. It's real cool. I'm out of the wind at the moment on the leeward side of this mountain, and it's much better. Put my rain gloves over my regular gloves, and they block the wind, so my hands are good now. This section of trail, since we've come out of Standing Bear, the conditions of the trail, see how nice and smooth this is. Not rocks. You have roots, but that's going to be there. But not the gullies you had in the Smokies. It really makes you see just what bad a shape the Appalachian Trail is in the Smokies. Alright, this is White Rock Cliffs. That's the hoarfrost area I was hiking in earlier this morning. See how it kind of fades out as it gets further down the mountain. Actually, the sun's shining out there. But there are these cliff edge rocks that you climb on. This is off trail, but it's just right off trail, so I thought I'm gonna come out here and see it. Pretty cool. Here's the other view going further down the cliffs, and the trail kind of meanders out along it. The rush is pretty high, so I don't know how much further I'm gonna go out of it, but it's really cool looking. Alright, this is called the Exposed Ridgeline Trail. Just an interesting stretch of trail. It's real rocky. We got just a little bit of snow mixed with hoarfrost that's blown off the trees, so the rocks are just a little bit slippery, but so far not too bad. I think we're supposed to come out to some more exposed ledges here, but in any case, the trail's really cool. There's a lot more rock just a little bit back there. Just thought I'd film this just in case that was it. I think there's going to be more to it. So this is really more of the ledges. Here's the trail below me, and more of that hoarfrost. It's just been beautiful this morning. But you pop up above these, I think they're Catawba rhododendron, and you get this view west of where the mountains end, and you're just looking at valley. It's just incredibly beautiful. And the rocks going up, you can turn your back and look this way, and it's just mountains after mountains. So I'm on the edge of this range, which is just a really cool spot, and the sun coming out. It's great. So just a few feet up, another view of it. Nothing really to block your view here. Sun hitting the hoarfrost on those trees is just really something to see. And it's actually warmed up. It's quite nice right now, even with that little bit of breeze, because the sunlight's so bright. Ooh, the good stuff you get to see on the Appalachian Trail. So this is just right up the trail from where I was just filming. But how cool is that? Thank you, Howard McDonald, Master Trail Builder. Way to go, brother. Mile 300, bitches. So, mile 300, besides just being 300 miles, it's below 2,000 now that I got to go. But the other significant thing about it, so mile 300, it's significant because you've knocked out 300 miles, you're below 2,000 miles. But more than that, there's a statistic that 50% of hikers drop out by mile 300. So hats off to everybody who's tried, and who knows if I'll make it or not either. But I made it past mile 300, so good start. Got a good start going. So I'm on the Tennessee side of the trail here, heading toward Erwin, Tennessee. And wow, that is a big, old white pine. Still got a few flakes coming off of it. But we're walking through all these high mountain pastures today, which is really a nice change from just walking in the woods. And that rock, all that rock stuff today too was very cool. But just thought I'd show you some of this. It's not something we get to see very often in the South, and they're really quite beautiful. Check out the view from this pasture. Again, just these high mountain pastures. I think we're probably looking down into not Knoxville, but Kingsport and Johnson City, Tennessee is probably the direction we're going or looking. Which is really cool. All right, these are just off trail. These are famous grave markers of Millard Hare, but they're known as the Shelton graves because there are two, I don't know if it was father, son, or who, that were killed and apparently buried here during raiding in the Civil War, when there were Unionist sides and Confederate sides, and they warred back and forth in all these territories. Something like you might have seen in Cold Mountain. But pretty cool story to it if you can look it up sometime. All right, so I'm heading down to Flint Shelter for the night. Supposed to get bad weather in. Looks like rain that may turn to snow and ice. So I made a reservation in a hostel for tomorrow night. So I'll get up in the morning in a shelter, so I'll be dry, and then pack up, put on my rain gear, and hike, and whatever precipitation that turns out to be for the day. I can't remember how many miles it is to the road crossing where they'll pick me up. I think it's 10 or 11, so it'll be a full day of hiking, which is a bad thing for the weather, but also a good thing in that I'm not heading into a shelter. After like 2 or 3 miles, I will have had a full day of hiking in. So I might just Nero it. I might just do that one night. We'll see what conditions are, because to go back on the trail, I think I'm at a little higher altitude. I think I'm at 4,000 and 5,000 feet, whereas I have been at 3 and 4 a lot of this section. So anyway, that's my strategy for this weather front coming in. All right, it's Sunday, March 12th. Raining cold again. I'm doing about 11 miles today. Then I'll be where I can get picked up for a hostel at Sam's Gap. Had a good dry night in shelter, so that was good, and got a good night's sleep. But walking in the cold rain again today, and then hopefully I can get to Erwin by Tuesday, because Tuesday night's going to be in the teens up in the mountains. And that's kind of the limit of my gear, so I really don't want to do that. So I'll probably do a full zero in Erwin if I get those numbers to work out. Anyway, hiking again. All right. Alright, so I'm standing behind a big tree trying to block some of the wind, getting it's a really strong gust, and it's freezing rain, and it's blowing ice chunks off the trees in the head. So I'm about 3 miles from the road crossing where I'm going to get a shuttle to a hostel for tonight, and I cannot wait to get to that hostel. Can't wait. Hurry it all in. Alright, I'm currently at Nature's Inn Hostel. It's just at mile 319 Sam's Gap, right on Interstate 26 in Tennessee. Got here this afternoon, just about everybody got off the trail, and we're kind of getting to know each other now. All the hikers that are up and down a stretch of trail that's probably 30 miles. It's probably first to last of this group. But kind of neat getting to know other people who are just behind you, just in front of you, and you overlap each other all the time. But the trail got really bad today, so everybody had to get picked up with that sleet and rain, and it was very cold. It was just above freezing and a 30-mile-an-hour wind, and we were all wet. And so it's just a situation that could have got dangerous, but everybody kind of planned for it, you know, to get off and get to a hostel. So everybody did. So we've all had a real nice time this evening, getting to know each other. And I'm in the bunkhouse, and there are little cabins here. There's only one other person here that'll be sleeping here tonight. But real nice hostel, real nice place. The bathhouse is wonderful. But we're all not everybody, but a bunch of us are going to get back on at Sam's Gap in the morning and then spend one cold night. Probably might get some snow a little bit tonight, but probably not. But tomorrow night we'll be camping, and it'll be probably get an inch of snow. But it shouldn't be too bad. Just have to shake out the tents in the morning, and then it'll be straight into Erwin. So just one more night on the trail. I did pick up some hand warmers today that I'll use on my feet tomorrow night, because I think it's supposed to be like 15. No, that's 15 at the high shelter. We're gonna go down from there, so that's about like 5,000 feet. We're gonna try to go down to about 3,500 feet, so it shouldn't be quite as bad there. But a big wind, and so a cold night tomorrow night. But everything we got's dry, and it's just that one night. It'll be, I can't remember, I think somewhere 12 to 14 miles to camp, and then the next day 12 to 14 miles into to Erwin at a hostel called Uncle Johnny's. Uncle Johnny's. That's supposed to be a good hostel. So figuring things out, and everything seems good. And again, getting to know people on the trail besides just the few people I've been hiking with. I've been with a guy here lately, Blackbeard, and I think it's his girlfriend, Serendipity. Very nice people, and those are their trail names. I still don't have a trail name. Maybe a little old for that. I don't know. I'll probably get one eventually. But anyway, glad to be in a little bunkhouse with a heater. I've had a shower, and I've eaten, and it's great. So we'll get up early in the morning and fight the wind and the weather, but no more rain. Should either be snow or nothing. Just thought I'd give you that report. Alright, this is Laurel Hostel. Really nice place. Spent the night here last night. About to head out in the snow. Start the hike today. Really good place to stay though. Very nice people. This is I-26, Sam's Gap, snowing, getting back on the trail.
I did 8.5. I'm like, and we're going right back in now because I'm not.
Alright, here's what the woods look like this morning. Beautiful. Just got to the leeward side of this mountain, so it's not windy. Wasn't horribly windy anyway, but the woods are gorgeous. I hope the snow will quit falling, though it's real wet, so I'm having to wear rain gear, which means I'm getting soaked underneath from my own sweat. March 13th. All right, I think I'm close to 5 miles in today. The snow's continued, or maybe it's just with ice coming off the trees, I don't know, but up to probably a good inch on the ground now. Just enough to make it hard to walk up hills and down hills, just slip and slide. But I'm only trying to go 11 today, and camp one night, and then I think I'll have like 13 or 14 tomorrow into Erwin, and then I'll zero it probably in Erwin. So just the woods are beautiful, but you know, it's cold and windy. Still getting. Pretty bleak up here, isn't it?
Yeah. Winter Wonderland.
Yes. Okay, we're at Bald Mountain Shelter. Everybody's trying to get a plan together. I think we've got a ride with one of the ladies' husbands who loves to do that. His trail name is Ground Control, which is perfect. It's absolutely beautiful, but really cold and windy. All right, so I think it's March 13th. It's Tuesday. Tonight's my second night at the Super 8, very classy, in Erwin, Tennessee. And I needed a zero day. I hadn't taken a day without any hiking since, well, over 100 miles since Newfound Gap. And man, I was due. Just mentally and physically got some little bit of tendonitis in my left Achilles heel. Knees feeling better. I'm wearing the brace, it still helps. But just really needed some time off trail. So I sat in the motel room all day today watching Law and Order, and I don't regret that one bit. It was another cold, snowy day here. The sun has finally come out this evening. Looks like we're going to get a few days break in the weather before Friday. Rain coming in Friday and cold after that. But anyway, it was good to get off trail. I will not wait that long to get off trail again. So heading back out in the morning to finish the section I'm on is it ends in Erwin, Hot Springs to Erwin, and I've got 11 more miles of hiking to do to get to Erwin, even though I'm in the town tonight. So I'll finish that out tomorrow and go to Johnny's Hostel, Uncle Johnny's Hostel tomorrow night, and then it's a long hike to Damascus, Virginia. There really aren't, I don't know if there are any more towns. It's over 150 miles, but there's a series of hostels that you can, get into for a break and to get out of the weather and to take a little time. So it's not like I'm going to be hiking straight 150 miles, but that's the plan. So after I finish tomorrow's hike, I'll do put together a video of that section and post it. But anyway, got one more night in the motel room, and I am loving it. Got some leftover pizza, and hung out with Kurt and Jacine. They've been in the hotel here too, and their daughter came to visit from Wisconsin. I got to meet her, and we hung out and had a beer together. And so anyway, just nice to get off the trail a little bit. All right, back on trail this morning at Spivey Gap, right there. There we go. There's the roadway. Doug, the shuttle driver, just gave me a ride. Super nice guy, knows a lot of stuff, and knows the area, and just very nice. So I got a 11-mile hike today. Weather looks nice. I think it's 22 right now. It's going to warm up, I think, to the 40s. Not windy, sunny. So nice day of hiking, really. And then I'll be at Uncle Johnny's hostel for the night. Then I got a decision to make. Kelly's going to be in Asheville, a doctor's appointment. She could come get me. There's going to be rain and then some really cold temps. So I got to decide whether to hike through that or go back to Franklin for 3 or 4 days and come back. Anyway, and do I jump ahead and skip a section instead of trying to get over Roan Mountain, which is a really high but beautiful and cold mountain, depending on the weather. So got some decisions to make tonight, and but for today, got 11-mile hike, shouldn't be too bad. I start off with a climb, and then it's pretty much ups and downs that are smaller. So nice day to get back on the trail this morning after my 0 in Erwin. All right, so I'm on the descent into Erwin. It's a long way down. I don't know, 2,000 or 3,000 feet. But I'm getting my first glimpse of the Nolichucky. So, you know, when you do this stretch all through North Carolina and Tennessee, the first major river you hit is the Nantahala, and at the Nantahala Outdoor Center. I think it's western North Carolina. And then you hit the Little Tennessee at Fontana Village. The Fontana Dam and Lake and all that is the Little Tennessee River. And then you cross the Smokies and you come down into Standing Bear is the name of the hostel, but it's the Pigeon River. And then you get to Hot Springs and it's the French Broad River. And then to Erwin, it's the Nolichucky. So I'll flip the camera around. And I'm not sure I can do that. Let me just make it a little separate video. That's how low tech I am. All right, here's a really good view of the Nolichucky, and that's probably the bridge I'm going to cross. I'm thinking I'm going to go on today. Stop by Uncle Johnny's and cross and see if I can do some of that climb. I got a gigantic climb coming out of there, but that gives you a good view of the stretch of the river and up into town. That's Erwin, North Carolina, and I-26 coming north out of Asheville. You're going to Johnson City there. So I just had to stop and put my sticks down so I could film the stretch of the trail. So here's the trail. Still seeing the river down there. And then you get to this opening. You know, there's no way the camera does this justice. I don't know if you can see right out there, up above that snow-covered peak. That's probably going to be Roan Mountain. That's what I'm trying to get to and get over before this next cold snap. But there's a picture I had earlier. Erwin, Tennessee, and then on up to Johnson City would be where the interstate goes. All right, here's a view of that bridge from down low here in the river. Cool view of a rapid right there. And it may be Johnny's right there below me, I'm not sure. I mean, Uncle Johnny's. But really neat stuff.